This match was over before it even started. Little does he know I've memorized the entire trick guide, giving me a distinct advantage over anyone in my lobby. I simply need to look for a trick they have trouble with, then spam that trick with different rotations till they're out. This is too easy. Damn it! He got me!
Hey, welcome to the video. If you guys are like me from back in the day, then you have probably had that happen to you, and you had no idea how to copy a trick like that. And, I'm gonna be honest, I probably never would have figured out how to copy those tricks if I wasn't lucky in getting some friends who ended up showing me how. Because, people in public lobbies, they gatekeep. They like to have their power over you of being able to just do tricks like this and you not knowing how to deal with it, you know? It's like pretty much a guaranteed letter on anybody who doesn't actually have a friend to show them how to do this stuff. So, for today's video, I'm going to be showing you just a wide variety of hidden tricks that most of you probably have seen but have no idea how to copy. You saw in the opening there I did the laser flip dart catch. I'll also be showing you guys the late kickflip glitch, where instead of it being a late kickflip like this, it looks like some kind of crazy thumbstick motion. I got a few tricks I'm going to be teaching you guys today, so without further ado, let's get right into the tutorial, and thanks for joining me. Alright, so first thing I'm going to be showing you is how to set a laser flip dart catch. For this, I'm going to go ahead and turn on the trick analyzer. Here we go, on-screen help. There's the trick analyzer. Okay, it took me a second to find it there. I was looking in the settings, but yeah. So a laser flip in regular is going to look like that. And if you are in Goofy... Oh, almost. It's going to look like that. However, as you saw from the opening, when you set a laser flip dart catch, it just glitches out, doesn't show how to properly draw the trick, and you have to dart catch it. So a lot of people who don't have the trick guide memorized and can't just do a laser flip from memory are gonna get caught by this trick. So all you need to do is be within the radius of where you set the trick. So for example, here at campus, anywhere in or around this dome is where you need to be. You're gonna do thumbs up. I do believe it works with other hand gestures as well. Like for example in party play there, I can't remember what gesture I did. I think it was like air guitar or something like that, but it worked as well. So you're gonna do your gesture, and then while your character is doing the gesture, you are going to hold right bumper to prep a dart catch, so that way when you do the laser flip, it'll dart catch it, and then either flick the thumbstick or tap right bumper again to exit it. So, hand gesture, and then you're just simply going to dart catch the laser flip. You don't have to be, you know, over here on the side with little speed. You can also get a running start, for example, and do like a 720 with it. I believe you can even do the nose blunt glitch and follow it with the thumbs up and the laser flip, and it'll do a dart catch as well. And this will work on any of the skate maps. So, that first one's pretty self-explanatory. You literally just do a hand gesture that it will work with, and dart catch the trick as you enter the trick setting area. So, that one out of the way, let's go ahead and move on to another one here. Alright, so our next one we're going to be taking a look at here is going to be using any kind of grindable ledge or rail, which just so happens to lead into the trick setting area to set dart catches. Pretty much what you want to do is you want to enter a grind before you enter the trick setting zone. So for example, at Piers of Skate here, the trick zone is like, it starts right about here. So you want to get some distance. You are going to trick into a grind beforehand, and then you just need to do a dart catch out of the grind into the zone, and it should set it as a dart catch. This works with pretty much any trick you can do a dart catch with. I don't believe you have to do hand gestures for this to work. There are several different types of glitch tricks you can do involving ledges or rails like this that happen to lead into the trick zone, and this is just scratching the surface. So if there is a ledge or something, you can use it to actually set a dart catch. With that one out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the next one. Alright, so another one that's pretty simple, but actually difficult to copy for a lot of people. You can set a dart late flip out of a grind. So unlike a dart catch, which is you entering the grind and then dart catching a trick out of it, this one, you're going to enter the rail or ledge in a dart slide out of the trick zone, and then as you enter the trick zone, you are going to flick out of the dart slide. This will let you set dart kickflips, dart varials. I think you can set a dart heelflip. And 9 times out of 10, nobody's going to copy this. You know, like, there's just a random factor to copying this sort of thing, where even if you do the exact thumbstick motion, it just won't copy it sometimes. There's a lot of areas you can do this at. A really cool one I'm about to show you is going to be at Can You Spill Skate? And then there's also a really interesting way you can also set a dark late flip at Campus, which I will show you as well here. So let's go ahead and get some clips of me setting at each of those spots, and then we'll move on. So as you just saw there, here at Can You Spill Skate, with this being a down slope leading to flat ground, if you enter a dark slide on the slope and just let it keep going, you can actually just dark slide the floor here, and then if you flip out of it at the right time, you can get it to land in the trick set zone. So even though there's like not an actual rail or ledge leading directly into the zone where you can set a trick here, you can use this little exploit to slide on just the floor to manage to set a dark late flip in the zone. The last example I need to show you guys for this is going to be at Campus Skate. And this one's a little tricky, but if you can manage to set this there, there's no way people are copying it. so as you just saw, that was pretty crazy. I tried doing that one in party play, but I just couldn't get it to work. So I came back to free skate here as my skater, and I managed to get it literally second try. But yeah, if you are in regular, you want to dark slide this left side ledge, and you just spam your triggers like as fast as you can. You're just going to trigger spam as you pull your left thumbstick to the left so you stay in the grind. And if you get it to glitch just right, you'll bounce up into the air, and then you can set a dark late flip. Now, if you're in Goofy, you want to go over to this side, and you're going to dark slide this ledge right here. And same thing. Just trigger spam, and if you get it just right, it'll launch you up into the air. Now, a long time ago, when I found out about this glitch on Xbox 360, I had a modded controller, which had rapid fire mod. And if I turned on rapid fire, and then I just pressed my trigger while dark sliding this, I kid you not, the rapid fire would make my character, like, grab spam so fast, I would launch every single time I did it. So, I mean, if you have a modded controller, then you can literally just spam this, and you're gonna win every single lobby. I mean, you'll be a scumbag, but yeah. Modded controller does work for getting that launch glitch literally every single time. Sometimes even too high. I had times where I would bounce so high I couldn't even land. So yeah, that is going to be it for the dark late kickflips and such. Let's go ahead and move on to our next glitch trick you can set. Alright, underflips. You can actually set them, and you normally aren't supposed to be able to. Like, if you just try to set an underflip without doing any shenanigans, it won't let you. It'll just set, like, a Nollie heel flip. However, this is the only map I've actually been able to set an underflip on, if I remember correctly. Maybe you can set a underflip if you utilize the ledge technique, where you enter a grind before you go into the area. That might work. For now, though, a surefire way to actually set an underflip I found is you're going to get a running start here at campus, and then you want to do an emote and time your underflip at just the right moment, so you barely have enough air to land it as you trick off of this. I've never done too much experimenting with underflips to see where you can set them and if there's a more surefire way to actually get them. I'm sure there is, I'm just not aware of it. But this is the way I have found to actually set an underflip. You just want to make sure you do an emote that's going to work, and you time your underflip where you are just barely going to be able to land it. And as you saw, it actually works. And this one's not as tricky as like the dark late flips and the laser flip dark catch, because it shows how to properly do it. But it's you know, it's definitely a trick that you don't see often, and it should confuse some people and get some people letters. All right, well, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. So yeah, one look at whatever that was, and you're sitting there like, what the hell did I just see? And, yeah, this one is definitely a lot more difficult than, any of the previous ones. Because this one is actually going to involve quite a few different motions to get it, accurate. But it gives you an extra 180 rotation, as you can see there. I did a 360, but adding in this trick, it made it a 540. So this is just going to get you an extra 180 with any of your tricks at any skate location. Alright, so let's get into actually explaining how you're going to do this. So, if you skate in regular, you're going to need to grab your board with left trigger and do this thumbstick and do this thumbstick motion. That should do a BS to mute like so. Now that's just the first step. So you're going to do your trick, grab with left trigger, and then do this thumbstick motion. Now that'll do a BS to mute. And you want to make sure that you spin to the right while you're doing this. So while you're in the air, spin to the right side, grab with left trigger, and then while you hold left trigger, you're going to do that thumbstick motion. Now, after you do that thumbstick motion and it does the BS to mute, you're going to let go with your left trigger and let go of your right thumbstick. So that way, instead of... After you combine all that, after you let go of your left trigger and right thumbstick, you are then going to push your right thumbstick back to the right side so you do this turn. And you want to do that to finish off your BS to mute. So, to run back through every single step one more time here, you're going to do your trick. You're going to make sure you spin to the right. You're going to use left trigger in this thumbstick motion to BS to mute. After you do the BS to mute, you're going to let go of your left trigger and right thumbstick. And then, after letting go, you're going to push your right thumbstick back to the right to complete the rotation. Alright, it's a lot, I know. I know it's a lot, but if you just keep practicing, this will be the end result. I mean, it did it, but it didn't 540. Let me give that one more attempt here. Yeah, there you go. So that is how you get the extra 180 in regular. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing, step-by-step process, in Goofy for you. Alright, so the first difference between regular and Goofy is in Goofy, you spin to the left side. So regular, you're spinning to the right. In Goofy, you're going to spin to the left as you do this. So once again, you're just going to do a trick. You're going to grab with your right trigger this time, and you're going to do this thumbstick motion. Hang on. Wow. You see what I'm saying about how it doesn't follow my motions, right? Like, that's clearly not what I'm drawing. Alright. What is that? There we go. Alright. You're going to grab with right trigger and do that thumbstick motion. Now, after you do that thumbstick motion, it will do the BS to mute like so. And then once again, after doing that thumbstick motion so it does the BS to mute, you are going to let go of your right trigger and right thumbstick. Alright. Now, after you let go of both of those, you are then going to quickly push your right thumbstick back to the left side to finish the rotation. So, once again, gonna run through it step by step and then show the end result. You're going to do your trick. Make sure you spin to the left side. You're going to grab with the right trigger and do this thumbstick motion. After you do that motion, so it does the BS to mute, you are going to let go of your right trigger and right thumbstick, and then after letting go, you're going to quickly push your right thumbstick back to the left side to finish off the rotation. And the end result will be a BS to mute that will get you an extra 180 rotation. This is by far the most difficult, I guess you could call it a secret trick. I mean, it won't set a BS to mute, but this will give you an extra 180 on any trick you set. So, this one's going to take quite a bit of practice. But yeah, it's well worth it, because eventually, if you start getting into speed glitches and all that, this will let you get like 1080s, 900s way easier. And literally anybody who ends up getting to that point ends up learning the BS to mute at 180 glitch. So don't worry about the difficulty. It's going to take a lot of practice, but it is well worth the effort. And with that said, let's go ahead and move on to the next secret trick. I ended up having to join a public session to set that trick. I didn't even end up setting it for my turn. I just did it to show you guys it's possible. Because in party play, literally not a single hand gesture that you get with the AI skaters in party play will work for this glitch. It might only work with thumbs up. I'm not entirely sure about this. But yeah, that's probably the most popular glitch trick out of all the ones I'm showing you here. So, it actually, the trick that's happening is an FS pop shove it underflip. So, but instead of it saying FS pop shove it underflip, it says FS pop shove it followed by late kickflip. So you're doing the motion for an FS pop shove it on the stick like that. But then after you go up, you flick your thumbstick down to the bottom left like this. So you're basically combining both of those motions into one. So you do this motion, and then as you reach that top right section of the stick, you're flicking it down to the bottom left. And the end result is that. And then if you do that from a manual, as you do thumbs up, it'll set the whole thing. So the FS pop shove with the late kickflip. Now that's how you do it in regular. If you're in Goofy, you're going to do this thumbstick motion, and then as you reach the top section of that move, you're going to flick it to the bottom right side, like that. And then that will get you the FS pop shove followed by the late kickflip. And once again, same thing in Goofy, you just want to be in a manual and do thumbs up as you do that trick. And when it shows people the thumbstick motion to copy it, it actually shows them the incorrect motion. It shows them the motion, but it's reversed. It tells them to do it on the opposite side that they actually should. So this one really gets people. Well, I have one more glitch trick I'm going to be showing you guys, and then we'll be ending the video. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, for our last trick, we have another dart catch set. Once again, it doesn't show how to properly copy it, as you can see. It just shows the motion for, like, a heel flip, which, obviously that's, you know, not correct. What you're doing is you are getting a running start at the dish here, and then when you're right about this point, you're going to do an emote with the Nollie 360 inward heel dart catch. And if you time it just right, you'll actually bounce off the side here. And once you get that bounce off of the side, all you need to do is flip out of the dart catch, and when you land, it'll actually set it as a dart catch. And as you saw from the clip, you can even foot plant afterwards to get higher rotations. That's in regular. You want to go for the right side. Or I think you can even go for this left side in regular as well. In Goofy, you want to target the left side here. So once again, in Goofy, you're simply just going to get a running start, do a hand gesture, and then do the Nollie 360 inward heel dart catch, and you should bounce off right about this point here. I don't know if you can do it on the right side if you play Goofy. I've only ever seen people do it off the left. But yeah, that is the last... Or you know what? I have one more trick for you guys. I don't think I can set this one in party play, so I'm just going to go ahead and demonstrate it here in free skate. But this is another way you can set a dart catch, and it just won't show up properly on the trick analyzer. So if you're in regular, you can actually do the nose blunt glitch off this right side if you do it from the manual side. So I'm just going to go ahead and demonstrate how you would do this and then explain it. So if that was in a session, that would have counted as a Nollie heel flip dart catch. Basically, you're just doing the nose blunt glitch off this side here, but instead of using the nose side of your board, you're using the tail side. Then you enter into a nose manual, and then you want to trick off right about this spot here. You can get in foot plants after this, and you want to make sure you emote with it. So, do the nose blunt glitch, land in a fakey nose manual, make sure you do an emote, trick off about this spot here, and then when you land, if you timed it right, it should show up as a dart catch. Well, I think that's going to be it for all of the secret s.k.a.t.e 3 tricks that all the pros are gatekeeping. Let me know what you guys think. Hopefully this video was helpful, and hopefully they won't be able to get you with these sneaky tricks anymore. I remember back in the day when I hadn't put a lot of practice into this, and I saw people setting stuff like this. It upset me, because I legitimately thought they were cheating. Like, I actually thought dudes who set tricks like this just had cheats, you know? Because I was a lot younger. I didn't understand. It's just simply a glitch, and you just need to take the time to learn it. Well, as always, thanks for taking the time to watch this. If you are interested in being a better skate player, particularly the skate game mode for copying tricks, I have a full guide for foot planting. I show every little detail you'll ever need to know, how to get 900s, 1080s, 1260s. So feel free to check that out if you're interested. And thanks for watching. Hope you all have a lovely night, and I will see you next time.